Hi everyone and welcome to Stephan. In this final end of the year video, we're actually going to explore my top 10 favorite restaurants that we dined at in 2022. Most of these restaurants just really stood out, not only for the food, but also just for the atmosphere, for the service, just for the feeling, for the vibes. Yeah, I don't know, it's really hard to describe a restaurant, but sometimes, you know, you kind of do really need the whole package to create such an incredible restaurant experience, and these 10 places really did it for me this year. So anyways, no more delaying, let's go right into my top 10 favorite restaurants of 2022. Let's go there now. Okay, restaurant number 1, LESTER'S Deli. It really did remind me of the typical no BS deli where you go in, you get a sandwich, and then the service is very abrupt, a little bit brisk, probably not the friendliest to start, but as soon as you start kind of chatting with the waiters and waitresses, then you really start to enjoy what this place is all about.
You see the toothpick, huh?
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah, don't need it.
Don't. Oh, really? Okay. Je l'ai
Take
évité.
it out after.
After, yeah.
Well, not
okay,
after everything. Because
I mean, I don't know if it's doing anything though, but yeah, okay.
And of course, then they just dish up some of probably one of the best smoked meat sandwiches in the world, and then you know you're in foodie heaven. LESTER'S Deli. If you're in Montreal, check it out because I don't think you're gonna get a more legitimate deli experience. Not only in Montreal, but maybe in the world. Number 2, Trung Nguyen in Vancouver. Super small location, very warm, and then as soon as you walk in, you've unearthed something really cool. Really nose thrills, Vietnamese soups, but what they really specialized in was the bun riu. I think it had so much flavor. They really loaded you up with the crab eggs. The noodles were just perfectly done. The broth was amazing, and they just loaded up with a whole bunch of meat and seafood. And for that, I really do have to commend them. On top of that, just super, like I said, hole in the wall spot, really nice people. I think it's why I also love Kingsway, because Kingsway, it just seems to be a magnet for just absolutely outstanding hidden gems, and this was one of them. Probably some of the best Vietnamese food I've had in Vancouver. Spot number 3, and we are going back to Montreal, and this spot is just fun as heck. Le Majestic in Montreal, open till I think 3 or 4 a.m. Pretty much every night. I think we went there on like a Monday night where a lot of things were closed, even for Montreal, which is pretty rare because Montreal is a very kind of exciting, happening city. The music was amazing, the staff was really cool, and then the dishes are whimsical, but very tasty, and also very original. The one that really stands out were, I think, the sea snails or the sea whelks with that kind of butter sauce and a little kind of breadcrumbs on top, and it was so tasty. And then of course you had I think it was like a mackerel dip, and prices were fairly good, drinks were fairly cheap, drinks were amazing, huge beer selection, very fun, lots of music, not pretentious, a great introduction to Montreal. I think also that we just had arrived that night, it was raining and we were very hungry. All around just kind of set the tone for our next couple days. So Le Majestic, such a cool place. I'm already planning to go back fairly soon. Next spot, Surrey Periyava. This will also fall under the category of just hidden gem. It's just really unassuming. It almost felt like grandma or mom was cooking. The food delivered 100%. I think it was the idiyappam that came out with that amazing kind of coconut kind of sauce, the chutney on the side. The dosas also is just super tasty, very cheap. It sounds really corny, but you can tell when there's really cooking from the heart, and you could just taste the heart in all the dishes. Super hidden gem. This is what I love about Surrey too. I gotta make some more videos there because there's so many cool spots that are just so unassuming, and this was one of them for sure. Okay, next one, Birds and the Beets. This one was a bit of a tougher one to put on the list, but then I just thought of like the whole experience. You have 2 patios. You have the one in the front on like Powell Street, and then you have the other one on the other side. There's a whole bunch of tables outside, like right in the middle of Gastown. And here you are with this amazing fluffy breakfast sandwich on some of the like crispiest amazing baguette. And then on top of that, they have froze. What? They have froze, and they had, I think it was like a tequila tequila freeze drink, and they were cheap. I think the drinks were like $8. For me, Birds and the Beets, simple, amazing cafe, perfect location, very small menu, but what they do have, they do very, very well. Next spot, we're gonna go across the Atlantic to Portugal. Let's get this straight. Matosinhos in Porto, probably one of my favorite food cities in the world. There are multiple ways I can fall in love. One of them might just be the smell of grilled sardines. Call me weird. There are multiple places doing these grilled sardines. Like, that street is outstanding. But as soon as we walk by this place, there's this random older dude just cooking, and he was just killing it, and he was so nice, so generous. And then as soon as that fish came out, the appetizers were amazing too. I think there were like the fish eggs and stuff, with just some of the best olive oil you'll ever have in your life. But as soon as that giant sea bass came out with just those epic grill marks, those onions on there, oh my god, oh, that was so good. It was literally like eating fish butter. It was some of the most tender fish I've ever had. Eating outside with the smell of grilled sardines all around you. I don't think you can find a more perfect eating scenario in your life. If you're in Portugal, if you're in Porto, make the small detour to that suburb for lunchtime, and oh man, you're gonna eat so well. Number 7 on the list, Mizzon de Pulpo. Place so good that I literally just made a video of me eating at that one spot, located in Santiago de Compostela in northern Spain. I don't know if other people do this or other foodies do this, but when you see a restaurant that's full of older people, especially when it comes to Spanish older people, my heart starts beating a bit faster, because I feel like that's a good sign that the food is gonna be outstanding. Elderly Spanish people, their expectations of food are up there. This place, you could tell, I think the servers almost seemed more passionate than me about the food. Like, I was the one eating, he wasn't even eating, but the way he was describing the dishes, I felt like he was gonna sit down with us and eat it too, because he was so excited about the food. Then the food came out, and it's just hearty, no frills, huge portions. Maison de Pulpo means that, you know, they will be specializing in octopus. Big platter of octopus comes, and it was obviously very good quality. And then the meat dish came, and that was also just amazing. And then, oh my god, I completely forgot the flan de queso. If you like cheesecake, I think this has to be a must-try dish, and this place probably made the best one I've ever tried. Overall, just super legit Spanish food, like just done proper. Number 8, Foxley was just an overall, like, such a sleek restaurant. I think it's like kind of Canadian / Pan-Asian fare. And normally when you say that, you're like, but trust me, man, that food was outstanding. A couple of the dishes on that menu could have probably made my top 10 dishes of 2022. That scallop dish, oh my god, that was just outstanding. Probably some of the best scallops I've tried this year. Beautiful decor, great service, opened fairly late, great date spot. Like, honestly, it's a top date spot, even though unfortunately I was just there with David. Yep. Overall, just very clever takes on some traditional kind of Chinese Canadian dishes, which was a very cool thing to see. We were very happy to kind of get a table. Very popular, so I would recommend probably doing reservations, if they even do reservations. I'm not sure, but yeah, very, very cool spot. Loved it. Okay, going back to Vancouver, DELARA, modern take on Iranian food, but the execution was perfect, and I don't say perfect very often. Every dish was amazing. Plus, I mean, I won't even get started on the decor. The decor was outstanding. The service, super attentive. Our waitress was so funny. Just like Maison de Pulpo, you could tell that the servers have all tasted the dishes. They legitimately liked what they were serving, and then the food comes out, and I think maybe the yappies are a little bit expensive for what they are, but then the main dishes come out, and that's where I think that restaurant shines 100%. That duck, probably some of the best duck I've ever had. I am French. This duck breast was out of this world good. And then I think there was the other one, the beef dish, which was also just outstanding. So much flavor. I think it's really cool to see Persian foods getting so much recognition now, and people that are experimenting with Persian food. And this is a perfect example of that being done super well. Last spot on the list, and now we're gonna go to Mexico actually. La Paz, Mexico to be specific. MCFISHER. As soon as you walk in there, it's kind of like a half outdoors. It almost feels like you're in a hut. What's really cool is the open kitchen. They're grilling the fish. There's that fire oven that's right there, and they're putting these whole fish in there. It almost seems like a bit of a touristy place, but then as soon as you get the fish and the fish tacos specifically, oh my lord, oh my lord. I just salivating thinking about those fish tacos. They have like 10 to 15 different fish on the menu in terms of like something you can put in a taco, but they just have some incredibly unique things too. The clam taco just blew my mind. It was a revelation. And then the vibe is just so relaxed. You're kind of outside. It almost feels like you're on like a little Caribbean island. It really just blew my socks off. So MCFISHER, my last spot on this list. Anyways, that will be it. This will be my last review of 2022 video. Yes, when I release this, it will be 2023. So, 2023, what's in store? Well, more travel, more collaborations, and more exciting videos. My goal for 2023 is to really get you more immersed into the food, better shots, and just really getting into the nitty-gritty, getting into kitchen. Also looking to become a little bit more professional. But yeah, that's kind of what's in store for 2023. Lots of exciting projects coming up. Still finalizing a lot of them, but you'll see some very cool videos coming up, and I'm so excited to share them all with you. Anyways, that will be it for me. If you do enjoy our videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so we can notify you of future videos, and of course hit us up with those comments. What do you want me to do in 2023? Give me ideas, give me destinations, you know, whatever, throw them at me. Let me know. Give me those comments. And last but not least, don't forget to check out our Patreon page for exclusive videos, blooper videos, and of course I also go into detail on what projects I'm working on currently, and also future projects I'm working on, and also for exclusive chats where we chat about food, and then you can give me some ideas. I have a couple of patrons right now that I'm speaking with, and some of the foodie ideas that they have given me I will give priority to. I will see you very, very soon, and wishing everybody a very pleasant and happy and healthy 2023. Ciao for now.